Hi everyone, that's just Penny here with the Junk Journal Ministry, and today I have a new project, some new kits. I'm working with 3 different envelopes, and I have the new public domain no restrictions kit available for this particular project. If you're interested, here I'm gathering up my envelopes and I am getting ready to measure them. There is 3 different sizes. One, I guess you could say mini, and the other 2 are invitation. And I'm looking for my ruler at this time. And I have done this video several times. It was an hour long and part of the video did not record. So I am showing you what I could salvage, and I'll be doing a new video. So here I am measuring the envelopes so that we could see how each one is, and later on I will absolutely write the measurements on the envelope so you can tell. Okay, so this one I think measured 4 by 5.75, I believe is what it was. Yes, 4 by 5.75 on the largest envelope. There, I'm showing you. The next envelope, which is the second envelope, comes with the measurements here. Let's see. Looks like it's 4 by 5. So there's just a little bit of difference there. And then this one is the smallest one, and I like using these little ones. 2.75 by 4 is the measurements of the envelopes that I'm using. And of course you can use whatever 3 size envelopes that you have. That's your choice. That's just what I had on hand. It come out of a Goodwill thrift find, so I'm just using what I had, and I'm just using the back of a sheet to distress them all. I'm using the dye ink archival, and it's from Ranger, and it's called Cocoa, and I have got to find some more because this pad's just about out. But I'm just going around the edges and I'm distressing. Now you can choose whatever color, whatever ink that you use. You don't have to do this, but I like to show the edges of my envelopes and the distressing whenever I'm covering them. So I like to use, the edges darkened. Here I'm showing you that I'm starting with the biggest envelope, and you want to make sure that your flap is on the left and that your pocket is open. You want that pocket to be open. Here is the next one, and I'm showing you that I'm taking the flap of the second one and inserting it into the first one. You want to make sure that you glue it. You can glue it to where there's no pocket, but actually I glue it on top to where that there is a pocket. And I'll be showing you that I'm just gluing at the top. And actually I glue a little too much. This video took me quite a long time. If something could mess up, it did in this video, believe me. So I had to come back and re-edit and do a voiceover and all good stuff. Now see here, I'm just gluing way too much. It should only be in the 3 sides. It should not be in the middle there. Because yeah, I'm going to cover that up and make another pocket. So yeah, this was a problem here. And you will see me wipe it off because then I realized, oh no, I put too much glue. So yeah, boo-boos happen. And in this video, whatever could happen happened. So this is the bits and pieces that I salvaged, and then half of the video I actually didn't record, so there's my pocket. Yay! Don't worry about me marking the sizes on the envelopes because it's all going to get covered with paper, so I wasn't worried about marking my envelopes. It helped me trying to figure out. Now here I am figuring out what I want to do with this little bitty one, and I have an idea before I started, just a picture in my head how I wanted this to go. So this is just a little extra envelope to add a little extra pocket. Actually there will be 2 pockets on this little envelope, so you will see how I do that, I believe. You may not, but in this video. But the little envelope is the last thing, well, the second to last thing that I actually put together. So you will see the base of it This is the base, and then I'm going to cover all this except for the flap, I think, and then I'm going to put the little envelope on, and then I'm going to, make a pocket. So hopefully you can see. I will do another video because this one I had absolutely so much trouble. I couldn't decide if I wanted to use these cutout women that I had. I couldn't decide if I wanted to use those or exactly what I wanted to use, but I picked just some background papers that were in the kit. So if you're interested in getting what I actually used, they are actually in my Patreon right now. They're there. So if you want to get a jump on, the kit before it's released, then you can check out my Patreon page or whatever. But I'm just cutting, I'm using the envelopes. Now, normally I have a second set of envelopes that I use as a template, but where I only had one of each of these, I couldn't do that. So I had to actually use my base start for templates, and I just traced them of the pages that I wanted to put on. Here I have the piece of paper. I haven't glued it down yet, and I'm trying to do the creasing of where the envelope is. I'm trying to make the same pattern so that I can have that pocket. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just an extra step. You don't have to go with the shape of the envelope. You can just use it as a regular pocket. But I kind of wanted to go the shape of the envelope. So here I am trying to trace the envelope the best I can. To go around it or whatever to trace. And then here I am. You need to cut not directly on the line or on the right side of the line, but on the left side. You want to cut inside because, when you're tracing, you kind of cut over, trace a little bit over. And if you notice, I have a little bit of overhang on the edge there on the left edge, and that is because I want it to wrap around the edge. Later on, you see me probably cut that off. But for this point, I really didn't know that I was going to mess up. So I did wrap it. I like wrapping my edges, and Wendy's journal adventure from Wendy, she showed me about how to wrap the edges, and it made such a clear and crisp edge that I wanted to do that too. And then however I messed it up, so then I had to cut that off to make a pocket. But anyway, you'll see me glue this down, and then I will wrap the edge over because, like I said, I love that crisp edge. And you'll see me wrap it here in just a minute. I wanted to make sure that I get it down because those little tabs can easily be torn, especially with any envelope. And of course, I pick up as I go. I try not to leave any bits in the way because I only have a little space to work with. And if you notice, I kind of work in one little spot. I kind of work myself in just one little hole, and I don't have any room. So then here I am using all these picking up the scraps. So here I am. This is where you see me wrap this over, and I kind of angled the edges so that it wouldn't pop out when I put the other page on top. It just gives it a crisp corner, and I like that. It wraps it over. I'm making sure that the edges are down. And I'm erasing my extra line that I had because I don't want any extra pieces, extra marks rather. You will see me here trace the template and trace my base, and then start cutting out all the pages and gluing them to where that I want. This one, I believe, yes, I did make a pocket up at top, I believe. And then I did wrap, this is the one that I wrapped over. I punched a hole because I wanted a pocket there. So I made a pocket, I just glued on 3 sides, and then I'm wrapping the leftovers over to make a clear, but then at the end, you see me cut it off, but that's okay because the edge is still crisp and it made it a stronger edge so the pocket wouldn't tear. So that's no worries. And again, here I am, I'm just covering, and I think here is where the video cuts off, but you will see the finished product, and no worries, I will do another video. So here's the front, And you will see me flip here. I have a little flap. There you go. I flipped that over. And then you have the little tiny envelope that I put there. If you see where that I put it, little tiny envelope. And then this is what it looks like. I have a little pocket. If you see where the tiny envelope is, I put a pocket there. There we go. And there is the inside. I put a piece of fabric up there to hold the pictures of the ladies, and that's the back. So I hope you enjoyed the partial video. Hopefully next time the video will be better. That's all from That's Just Penny. Have a great day.